and maybe the research takes years for demonstrate goals, results. How can you measure your royalty? Could you please give us an example?
Yeah. So you said how we measure the royalty, and the royalty is an important metric, okay, but depend of the stage of the university, the stage of the tech transfer office, the stage of the country, okay. When you have a developed economy, when you sign, I don't know, 100 licensing agreement a year, and when you receive royalty, etc., like in the United States, of course, the royalties is important metric. In our case, that we are in the top of the Chilean ecosystem, anyway, we don't have the royalty like an important metric. So we don't have the metric that we must to, or how much we have to receive in royalty. We don't. Okay, because we are not in the enough developed stage. I hope to have this metric in the few time, 3, 4, 5 years more. Okay, so now the answer is we don't have that metric. Any agreement over 0 is good. Okay, in general, about the how much cost or the royalty, the international benchmark said that in mining, for example, the 5% of royalty is more than the price, Sometimes with upfront payment, but in our case it's really difficult. So in general it's without upfront payment, and sometimes with milestone, and the average for royalty is 5%.
You talk about the alignment between innovation, the innovation plan or strategy, and the university as a whole strategy. And I wanted to know if when you, I guess you, as a university, you have a evaluation process for researchers for in order them to get better positions within universities. How commercialization achievements are taken into account in this process of evaluation?
Yeah. After your answer, please.
Yes.
Let me something to complain.
Yes, please.
No, first
okay.
you.
Okay. That is very important. We could to modify our academic career regulation. At the university, in general, all the different universities have the I think the name is like an academic policy or academic regulation. Is the when explain, how many or what the researchers have to do, research, academic classes, etc. Teaching, etc. But in our case, we have that academic regulation, but then every school have the complementary regulation, because we have a school of art, a school of medicine, a school of engineering. So the general regulation talk just about the general topics, okay? So we didn't modify the big one. We modified the local regulation, and that was easier, because modify the big one is basically possible, okay? So we start to modify the local one, and we introduce in engineering and in medicine school and another, that, for example, they have to teach research, and in research make a basic research. We include applied research, we include activities with the industry, file patents, etc. We include it in the regulation. Okay, that was the first part. We worked very hard on that. Around 3 years, we could modify around 100% of the school vinculated with us, because another like theology or art are less vinculated. Anyway, we will try to modify it there as well. And the second step is the academic committee start to use it, you know, because someone one part is modify the regulation, but another part is modify the mind of the researcher that are part of the committee evaluation career. The second one is more difficult because the university cannot have an influence over them. Of course, they have to be independent and very free. So I'm not sure if now the academic evaluation committee are how they are working with the new policy, you know. But we are sure that in the middle term, when they start to understand more, when they change their members, that they start to make the fairs good results. Okay, Professor.
No, just to complement your answer, no. Well, I try to understand why in our country with tax benefits low, the quantity of projects that companies try to apply are very few with association with universities or centers. So, for example, in the first 2 years that this law is available, that means 2016 and 2017, with only 30 projects approved from more than 180 postulations. So with these 30 projects approved, only one becomes or come from a company in association with a center. Not necessarily with university, with a center. So why? So we ask companies what happened with that, no? Why they prefer postulate alone instead of in association with a center. So the answer is easy for them, no? For the companies, the company said that well, the law, the benefit tax, the tax benefit, sorry, earns in their well, the law discounts rest their investments. So it's easy for them quantify and to complete the resource of human beings, of equipment, and they postulate easily and fastly. But when they try to apply with a center, so they need this opportunity because they don't know how to solve a problem. Either the center doesn't know the answer, so they have to research, they have to develop some new investigations, some new opportunity. So they at first they have the problem that they don't know how to solve fastly the problem. And second, well, the lawyers intervene. The lawyers have the opportunity to show their abilities and not necessarily
They become
being agreed, no? So this is the second problem, no? That's the numbers of our country, no? Well, that's, thank you.
I a little bit disagree with the first part of your comments because I agree with you in the tax, in order that tax benefits doesn't have the result that you have to wait, that you waited. I disagree because there are 2 or 3 public funds for innovation and research. And the incentive for this fund is that if an enterprise or a business has to collaborate with a center of research or a university, has an incentive in order the fund. Okay, 80% of the projects that the state or the government funded are with enterprise with a link with a university. 80% of the funds of the projects. It's a global metric. So in order the tax benefits, what do you think about that? If we have projects with a real link between enterprises and research centers or universities that has an agreement, a contract with also royalties or PI issues in this contract, this agreement. What do you think about that? If it's real or not real, or maybe the procedures of the tax benefits or the diffusion of these tax benefits maybe is not the good, or I don't know what happened in this case.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Well, the tax benefits is given for companies to deduce their investment. Okay, maybe it's able to research and develop new products, new process. Of course, maybe alone or in an association. It's function, but there is not the only program of the country. We have different programs in the country that finance it, that give the company financial to buy new machines. So this is only a way. This is only a way. Of course, that is new.